Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Coach AC. Everyone gathered around should be a good one today. Today's topic is married but single. What does this mean? Basically, what this means is, hey, you did get married, went to the courthouse, you signed, legal documentation saying you are married to somebody, whether it was a fancy wedding or a romantic wedding, whatever it was, or just a small wedding with you and close friends and family. But guess what? Y'all are married now. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? The work is just beginning. The courtship doesn't end, especially when you get married. You have to continue to date your spouse. At least try to get one day in a week. Regardless if you guys have children or not, you got to have at least a day to yourself, at least a good 30 an hour to yourself, whether it's y'all two communicating, not really with the kids, if y'all have kids, etc. And that's the thing though. A lot of times people get married and, hoopla and posting everything on social media. You just married, you got the ring, you got the cake, you got the the music popping. And guess what? They forget that, hey, marriage takes two. It takes a village to have a marriage work. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's just y'all two or y'all have kids involved, it takes a lot of work, and it definitely takes a village for everything to work itself out. And that's the thing though about that's the thing a lot of people forget. Yeah, you got married, yeah, you're legally married, but guess what? You still gotta put the work in, you still gotta put the grind in, you still gotta continue to date each other, court each other. And that's really the tough part, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you ain't got through the dating phases, you ain't got through all the rejection, you got through pretty much where like y'all were just dating and, lounging around. Y'all probably went on a lot of vacations, probably went over each other's house, done the Netflix and chill, y'all been to movies, y'all been to art galleries, y'all traveled together. So now it's like y'all are married, you know what I'm saying? Now this is real. Y'all are married, legally, y'all are married, y'all are one, but you gotta continue to date each other. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they marry on the paper, but, physically, they still want to go around, still fornicate, they still want to do their own thing, they still want to act single, and disregard their spouse. And once again, if God ordains you guys to be together, then that's just y'all two. Y'all two are the most important priority to each other. On that aspect, y'all are one. You know what I'm saying? What he does, what you do, she do, y'all are one. Y'all are bound to the hip. So it's no longer just, hey, it's just you and this other person. It's y'all together. Your bank accounts, y'all circle of friends, who y'all know, your in-laws, everybody. Now you get to a point where, in-laws are no longer in-laws, they just family members, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm 5 years into it, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really saw, this my brother-in-law, it's my mom-in-law, or none of that. Everybody is family. There's none of that stuff. We family, we hang out, we have good time, good experiences, and we just family. We're not just, I don't just look at you as my brother-in-law, my auntie-in-law, none of that stuff. We family, you know what I'm saying? I've been to all the events, and when I come to events, it's not like, oh, who's this guy, and none of that stuff. It's like, yeah, this is my husband. You already know what we about, So that's how it is, and that's how it should be. Like I said, you gotta continue to date, court each other, and sometimes you're gonna find rough patches where there's complacency, laziness. I'm not gonna lie, there's times that happen in my own relationship, my own marriage. I'm like, where do we get complacent? Do we get lazy? Yeah, we do. It happens, you know what I'm saying? But it's good to acknowledge it and try to steer the ship, because like I said, it's not easy to get me married. Like I said, those people that talk about, oh, marriage is this, marriage is wonderful. It's a blessing, but it do take a lot of work, and it do take a lot of get buy-in from both parties. You know what I'm saying? And always got to kind of think about ways to improve your marriages each and every day. How can I serve her better? How can she serve me better? You gotta outcompete your person. You know what I'm saying? and understanding that each day is gonna be different. You know, Monday's gonna look different than Tuesday's gonna look different than Wednesday, but you still be on the same path, the same wavelength. And that's the thing that you gotta work on. You know what I'm saying? It's not really her responsibility to put on most of the load. Your responsibility as a man to put most of the load on. It's a shared collective effort. You know what I'm saying? There's no scorekeeping, none of that. If she's down or her, y'all both are down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all on the same team. You know, it don't care. It don't matter. You catch the ball 300 yards, you throw the ball 300 yards, but you lose as a team. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. You know, you win or lose the game. You know, so that's just the thing you got to worry about. You know, you married, but you're still single, still want to live a single life, still want to talk to other people. You're not one, you're not bound to the hip. And it's gonna be tough to go out here and marry somebody and get that full fulfillment. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Those people that's married in a tough rut, you know, are married, but you know, you may have those second guesses of who you marry. I just say, just pray for you, just give it to God. You know, if this person's for you, he's for you, or she's for you, and vice versa. Just keep praying to God, and if the person's not for you, then hey, you know, you might need to walk out. You might need to, you know, rethink some things, but only you know that. Yeah, but that's all I really got to say for this video. Until next time out, Coach JC.